Chart reports in Quickbase are a great way to efficiently analyze and interact with your table's data at a glance, making them a great way to bridge the gap between data and decisions. While table reports may be the most commonly used, chart reports are a great way for those who consider themselves a bit more of visual learners. Perhaps looking at a table filled with data and information can feel a little bit overwhelming for you. Because of this, charts are a great way to get an executive overview of your data in a more simple and direct fashion. Many of our clients find these particularly useful on their dashboards. But before we get into that, just a little bit about us. We're Juice Technologies. We've been helping Quickbase users like yourself get more value out of their applications for the better part of 20 years. We provide add-ons, plugins, and professional services that extend the native capabilities of Quickbase, supporting you every step along the way. Today, we're going to be going through making a simple stacked bar chart. So you may see here that we have an example of a funnel graph. We're going to be going through all kinds of graphs and charts in the future. But first, I'm going to hit reports and charts in the top and hit new. Now, before, you may have seen in other videos, I've gone through a couple of these. We're going to choose a chart graph, and then we're going to hit create. Now, we're just going to name this stacked bar just to start, because that's going to be the one we're doing today. And description, we'll just keep it as my description. As I may have mentioned in other videos, you can disable who can view these reports based off role. So maybe you want users in your role, users in a specific role. So maybe you just want executives to be able to see this because it's an executive report. Totally up to you how you would like to go about that. But then we're going to go to the important part, which is actually picking the type of chart you want to use. So in this example, I'm going to go ahead and hit stacked bar. Now you may have seen that there's a bunch of different options here. We will be going through these in other videos. Let's start off with going down this. So you see we have a couple different options. We have the categories for the X and Y axis, taking it back to algebra back in the day, and we have our legend on the right. Now, the category for the X axis, in this example, I think I'm going to choose the lead status. So if I choose the lead status, it's automatically going to choose for me grouped by equal values, but you could also do first word or first letter. I'm going to stick with equal values, and I'm going to take the lead status and the x-axis label, and I'm going to put that as lead status / assigned to. Now, for the y-axis, I'm going to look at the number of companies. Now, the number of companies is just going to kind of summarize all the different companies we have in leads. And again, I'm just going to take that as the x-axis label is lead status. I'm going to make the y-axis label number of companies. Now, the series is going to tell us kind of who's in that legend, what we're really looking at as the data. So in this example, I believe I'm going to choose assigned to, because that's going to show us all the different individuals who could be working with these leads. So you see a couple sample names here at the top. And again, I'm going to keep these sorted or grouped by equal values. Now, as I scroll down to the sorting, we're going to sort by lead status. I don't really think it would make sense to not. And the direction, we're going to go low to high because we want to kind of show the ones that are maybe 1, 2, 3 from the bottom instead of vice versa. In this example, that makes sense. And then the series direction, again, same thing, low to high in this example makes more sense. Now, maybe we want to set a goal line. If we have individuals who are maybe on the sales floor and you want to make sure that they're hitting their numbers every single day, maybe you want the goal line to be 3 and the goal label is a number of leads, let's say. And the data label is always visible. I like to put that in there. I think that makes sense. So, you could always get, a little bit of a summary of what you're looking at that executive level. Displaying the value as a value, I think instead of percent of series, in this example, value makes more sense. Now, report formulas we're not going to get into in this example. I don't think we necessarily need a formula, nor do I really believe we need any options from there. I do, however, believe it may make sense to have a filter. So let's take a look at the filter company records, and let's make sure that the lead status starts with, maybe instead of new lead, we're going to have it start with over here, and we're going to put in the value O because that's a lead. Anything with 0 or O, apologies, will give us the value of a lead instead of something that might be in progress already. That's just a way you can filter down your data so you're not viewing everything all at once. You're really kind of querying it down. That's what's kind of going on behind the scenes here. It's really a Quickbase query, and we can get in those into other videos. And then dynamic filters, again, that's just going to allow you to toggle based off of what's already filtered. We're going to keep those as the default for now. And very lastly, we're going to have that drill down behavior be the default report. So if you actually click into one of these individual bars, you're going to see that default report. So let's go ahead and hit save and see what we're looking at here. And I think this looks pretty good based off the rep. You have your ability to dynamically filter. So if you want to just see the ones that are assigned to maybe Matthew Tillinghast, you can have that review just like that. So you can see that we have new lead, qualified lead, prospects, and proposals just for Matthew Tillinghast. And if you take that away again, you can see everyone's individual statuses. So kind of in that funnel where they are. Again, you have that lead status legend here at the bottom, which color codes by name. And then you have your XY axis. So you have the X axis saying lead status assigned to, and the Y axis being the number of companies. And that's just a basic 101 to your stacked bar chart. We're going to be going over all different bar charts and graphs in the future. But if you like this video and you want to continue to learn more, please like so other Quickbase users like yourself can get more value out of the platform. And if you're interested in staying up to date with future Quickbase tips, tricks, and tutorials, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you get notified when we drop our next video. Thanks so much for watching, and we hope to talk to you soon.